embrace people from all different backgrounds, which turns out to be great for your economy.
Religious freedom laws.
Sure.
Indiana and Arkansas is a story that I covered very closely. Were you surprised at all at the backlash from the business community specifically?
Sure. Well, I was ready to go on the phone and start calling up those Indiana companies and say, hey, we embrace all of our communities in Colorado. And
I like that.
We've gotten rid of 15,000 regulations or reviewed them or eliminated them. We're pro-business, we're open for business, and what a climate we have, right? I think they take tremendous risk when the business community looks at the potential harm that those kinds of initiatives can do to a city or a state. They come out very strongly against them.
Well, how did the governors of those states miscalculate so much?
It's hard to predict sometimes when you've been assured that the language here is not going to ignite this kind of a pyrotechnic fireworks, right? No, we've got the language, it's better. And then you go out and do it, and it turns out it's really not the language, it's just the issue. And people want to make sure that they are not, treated differently. They want to make sure that they are not discriminated against.
Is Colorado benefiting because it has, it has these, not protections, but it does seem to be a little bit more inclusive in terms of the way that businesses operate, in terms of the way government operates?
Well, Colorado has been the last 6 years the #1 destination for millennials. Washington, D.C. and Colorado are the two major destinations. And, that brings all these young people from all over the country, and they're all from different places, and they want to be treated just like anyone else. They believe everyone should be treated equally. So it's kind of, for the last 20 years, as we've had more people come into Colorado, we've become a much more accepting and inclusive place. We embrace people from all different backgrounds, which turns out to be great for your economy, right? A lot of these young geeks, these nerds that write, code for the internet, they were not the cheerleader or the football player in high school. They were on the fringe sometimes. And the other people on the fringe were the artists, the musicians, and the people that felt awkward about their sexuality. So these nerds who are really driving the economy, they want to be in a place where everybody's welcome. So by having that kind of a community with lots of music and lots of inclusivity, you automatically help your economy.
So what is the direct result of the nerds moving into Colorado?
So Colorado is the #1 state in the country right now for tech startups per capita. We've become a tech hub. We are, now we get things like marijuana legalized because young people come in and say, hey, we should be looking at this. Why are we can drink whiskey and beer, but we can't smoke marijuana. So we have to navigate some of that stuff. But our unemployment's now about 4.2%. We think in the next couple of months it'll get down maybe under 4%. Where our economy becomes the beneficiary, and the whole state benefits from having these young people. Despite the complications like marijuana, it's a good thing to be the place where, there are more live music venues in Denver now than there are in Nashville or in Austin, right?
Wow.
But people don't talk about it.
They certainly don't.
Well, they're going to start.